Hello everyone. Today we'll be going over the mathematical operators, comparison operators, and logical operators. So mathematical operators are pretty straightforward. They're basically the math operations that you know and love from elementary school: subtraction, addition, multiplication, and division. And of course we can use them with any numbers in JavaScript, and we can say 5 minus 1, you'll see it equals 4. 5 plus 1, 6. If I said 6 times 2, we get 12. And then if I said divided by, we would get 3. Remember, when we're doing mathematical operators, order of operations counts. And that's PEMDAS. So if I have parentheses, not so much exponents for now. We won't worry about exponents for now. We're just going to go over our basic mathematical operators today. And if we did 6 plus 2, plus 3 times 2, while we could say that it's 6 plus 2 is 8, plus 3 is 11, times 2, 22, that'd be wrong because that wouldn't be our order of operation. We know we'd do 6 plus 2 first, which is 8, 3 times 2, because it was in parentheses, 3 times 2, because it would be 6, and then 8 plus 6, which would be 14. We run it, we get 14. Great. We also have comparison operators. So these are comparison operators, or operators that allow us to return Boolean values, which are either true or false. So in order to play around with those, I'm going to set a couple variables. I'm going to say let k equal 5, let m equal 5, let b equal 5, but it's a string, and let c equal 1, and let a equal, let's say, null, and let r, let's leave that undefined. Okay, so there's a few the comparison operators are a little different in JavaScript than they are in other object-oriented languages because they track the truthiness, and they'll give you the option of having either strict equality and that the value is not equal and that the type is not equal. So basically, and if you can look online, you can see that you can read about it more here, abstract equality versus strict equality. And I'll show you how that works. Basically, if I console log k, which will say abstract equality is equal to m, so k and 5 are both m, that turns out to be true. And if we use the strict equality, which is 3 equal signs, that's still true. Now if we switch m to b, and we go back to 2 equal sign, which is abstract equality, so 5 is it equal to a string of 5? It'll be true because they're both 5 in the abstract sense. But are they the same type as well? So this one's a number and this one's a string. Now we have false. We also have the ability to compare whether they're greater than or equal to, or greater than or less than. Right now, is k less than b? No, it is not. And if we switch it to m, we know that they're equal, so that's not possible. If we change it to c, is k greater than c? C is 1. We're going to get true. And of course, we have greater than, less than, or equal to. Is it greater than or equal to? That's still true. But if we said, is c greater than or equal to, we could check if the same thing's equal to thing. No, it's not. One interesting quality, we know a is null and r is undefined. if we do a abstract equality, both of these things don't really equal anything. And we can run it and it'll say true. But if we do it with strict equality, now it's going to say false because they're not the same exact thing. We have one other type of comparison, and just like equals, we can say is A not equal, and it has the abstract, which both of these are basically not equal to. So null has basically a falsy, which is a JavaScript term, which means it kind of has a false value. If we did let j equal to 0, this is falsy. And if we said let h equal to an empty string, this is falsy. And you could tell by if we did a equals r, that's equal to r, that turned to true. If we said a is equal to j, that wouldn't be true because this is 0 and this is null. But a is equal to h, well, those are empty strings, and then they have a strict value. So, but that you could do basically if, so if we add an exclamation point in front of it, and we're saying now this is not, exclamation point means not equal to h, we'll see that that's true. And we can see that it's m is equal to true. And let's do k, let's try the k and b again. And that's false, because k is not equal to, because k is not equal to b. It thinks k and b are the same because they're both 5. It returns a false value because it thinks k does equal b. But if we give it a strict, now it's true. The final one we want to go over are logical operators. So those are our double and, ampersands, double vertical lines, and once again with the not operator. So basically, it's a way for us to return Boolean values, so true and false again, but return values based on multiple comparisons. So if I said I want to find out the truthfulness of if k is equal to m and is k equal to b, and means both this and this have to be true to be equal. And that's true. K is equal to m and k is equal to b when we're using abstract operators. Now if we say strict operator, strict equality, now they're both now it's false because k does not equal to the same type as b. Now, however, if we use the double parallel vertical lines, this means or. So this is and this is or. So that means if k is equal to m or if k is equal to b, if either one is true, then it's true. And then, so it could be either one. In order for it to be ever returned false, both would have to be false. And in this case, we could say, is k less than c, or is k strictly equal to b? Now we have false, because both sides have to be false in order for this to return a false. The last one, the not operator, is something you can throw in front of any logical value, and it will return the opposite value. So in this case, we said that this was false. Now it's true. If we wanted to even just return true, it'll return false. So those are all our basic operators that you need to begin your coding journey in JavaScript. And the next video, we're going to be going over how to create your first basic hello world program. And we're going to do that using some test-driven practices.